Good morning, everyone. Happy day before the 4th of July. It's been a little while since I've done a video. Actually, it's been quite a while. And this morning, I decided that I wanted to do a video on something that honestly I've considered doing many times, and I never did because it's always kind of one of those subjects, and especially when we're talking about insurance, sometimes we don't really want to talk about things. We don't want to offend anyone. We don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable, etc. And this morning, I am here to say that for that, I am sorry because honestly, it's not very responsible of me as someone who does provide products that help people to protect themselves and to protect their families. And some of the things that, insurance covers or helps aren't fun to talk about. And specifically, the thing that I want to talk about a little bit this morning is cancer. Um, my first question would be, who do you know, or how many people do you know, or how many people do you know that know someone that either has or has had cancer, if not you yourself? The numbers are staggering. Um, None of us like to think about it. Some may have the mindset of, well, if I say it, it's going to happen, et cetera. I was actually looking at a few statistics because I wanted to at least do a little bit of homework before I have this conversation. And this is from the National Cancer Institute. And it shows the estimated new cases of cancer in any site in 2024 for the United States is 2,001,140, and estimated deaths is over 611,000. Now, the one good thing, if you can say that, is as technology has progressed in the United States, really and around the world, we have the treatments available to us now where people are living a lot longer. For all cancers, the 5-year relative survival rate from 2004 to 2020 was 69.2%. One of the things that it says here, it says lifetime risk of developing cancer. Approximately 39.3% of men and women will be diagnosed with cancer of any site at some point during their entire lifetime, based on the 2018 through 2021 data, and that excludes 2020 due to COVID. So that's not even including everything that happened, in 2020. In 2021, there were an estimated 17,435,314 people living with cancer of any site in the United States. Part of what prompted me to do this video this morning is, I most of you know me. I work out, I eat pretty well. I mean, I'm going off on tangents here and there, but for the most part, I've always been very healthy, and I'm very grateful for that. I've not taken any medications. I've really had no major issues in my life. And a couple of months ago, of a routine colonoscopy, and several tests thereafter, I was diagnosed with a grade 1, well-differentiated neuroendocrine carcinoid tumor in my lower intestine, or my small intestine. Fortunately, the prognosis is good. If it's just the one small tumor, probably surgery. Hopefully, that'll be it. And even that, when I think about it, I've been very fortunate. The only surgeries that I think I've ever had was, I have a lazy eye. And so one of them, when I was a baby, I had surgery, and another time, I had my tonsils out. But that's it. I've never had any kind of major surgeries or anything like that. And so, the thought of it is a little sobering. Here I am, I write all different types of insurance, besides property and casualty, of course, life insurance and health insurance and cancer policies and everything else. And for me, when I'm talking to clients and I listen to their list of medications and I listen to their health issues and all these things, for me, immediately my insurance underwriter mind kicks in, and I start thinking about, what companies can I write, what products can I write, how can I help these folks, and never did I really think that I would be in this boat myself. Like, fortunately, I have life insurance, but like right now, I couldn't even write myself a day one coverage life insurance policy. A lot of times people will be like, well, I don't really, I'm not planning on anything happening, especially young people. They say that a lot, right? Who plans on this stuff happening? One of the things that I've never really sold to any great degree because I really haven't marketed them that much. And that's part of my apology this morning, honestly, are cancer policies. These types of policies are relatively inexpensive. I can't tell you how many times I considered writing one for myself. But like most people, it's kind of like, well, I'm not planning on getting cancer, hopefully that'll never happen and that sort of thing. Well, now I can't write myself one because, even though this is an early grade and everything and prognosis is good, I'll know more once I get my PET scan back. But bottom line is I can't write one right now. And real quickly, even with a low grade that I have, and even if surgery is, the only thing that's necessary, just with the multiple tests that I've already had, the multiple blood tests, the PET scan, that was expensive. And I mean, unfortunately, we have a good insurance policy, but still, the bills are coming in. If I do have surgery, I don't know how long the recovery will be. And so then I have to start thinking, well, I'm self-employed. If I don't, if I'm not in here working, I don't make any money. And so, I have to be able to provide for my family. And these are things like, disability policies come in handy. And in this case, when I think, gee, if I had a cancer policy, $25, $50, $75,000 cancer policy, how would that help us right now? Well, the short answer is it would help tremendously because the medical bills are coming in. So we have to pay those along with everything else. And then, the times that I'm not working because I'm going to whatever, go see a doctor, go have some tests, and then there's the surgery. I have no idea how much that's going to cost, but I'm sure it won't be cheap, even with insurance. So I'm saying all these things to say it's better to have it than not. Honestly, I know I've had people ask me when it comes to life insurance or not necessarily life insurance, but even term life insurance, right? Because once that term is done, it's over with unless you renew the policy or purchase some type of whole life insurance. And they say, well, what happens if I never use it? I said, well, consider yourself fortunate. That means you didn't die, right? But anyway, but at the end of the day, stuff does happen, stuff that we don't expect, and that's why we have insurance. And so cancer policies is one of the things I'm talking about this morning. Honestly, I'm kicking myself in the tail that I didn't write myself one. I wish I would have, because it would come in handy now. And so I'm letting you know that if that is something that you might be interested in, or at least would like a quote, let us know, because like I said, they're really not terribly expensive. And it's in those situations when you least expect it that these things can come in handy. So if you'd like more information about cancer policies or life insurance or disability insurance or any of these things that maybe you don't have or you don't have enough of and you've put it off because you're thinking, well, I'm not planning on dying tomorrow, or I'm not planning on having cancer tomorrow, or I'm not planning on having some other type of incident happen to me where I can't work for several weeks or months. Again, none of us plan on these things happening. So we're here to help. If we can be of service to you, please feel free to comment, send us a message, give us a call, 504-541-5777. My name is Paul Grannon, Grannon Insurance, and we're here to help.